salary equal na 30% 15 and sana ma bet the ma bet no and 15% na we dey am workers no officer rent and standard house it be a 1 bedroom self contained won kita 607 won to me rent it.
That's right. That's right.
And sisi ano government me a government worker me ko na se be ko who landlord na so so the dan na ma me a or me 700 Ghana wo aban ne say me bet 100 Ghana ma first you.
That's right.
Hey aban won fi say enkwala na good Ghana ho me bet 100 Ghana ma first as a rent agent.
I register processing fee.
Now only tenant no and now only a down no landlord no abeka and to say we beka na say landlord no say obeji 500 and 700 now we nim the on person we e ba say no makata e landlord now na we no nim say ompo e down na we dey ma ha ro njata in the tax no say 200 we nim say very say property rate for who say the bra enti ubewie no na wate waje sikani bia fi wo tenant wa wo peda na rent no so waje 100 da landlord so kwaje be 300 nti at the end of the day no be rent da no waje be 400 every wo any landlord nim tem nti ba sa na wo na wo bebre enti okeka ene bom na se omo de rent e de ama enkromfo a omo ne batch by batch nti sika na omo ajeje no apese rob Peter and people.
Okay.
Enti sa uche nyansa kro no we e ba sa no so na no landlord me na masimi dan no landlord will also give his room to any tenant who has paid money to Bahomia and his government to come and sublet the rent agreement and they on here or ba na say dan asa already know there are some areas I dan for a hot cake nto won akoto 100 a ko na Bahomia fa nkota na fi enti otibu hu say nyansa kro no this government is just a scam association. Omo police am be bia ekro no. Other say e banking sector on be kro no. Omo so omo two government workers say aketu ma kro no. Sisi rent. Nipa na bra wonye sikampo rent no. Sometimes landlord and a dealer. Landlords be ho no ma. Omo ye very omo wa abadaye. Enti you call it oh ma.
But when you say abani say you don't have the money in bulk. Ono no be hide on landlord ni be kwa di ano no high no the amount loan na wetua ne kakra ma aban nti ono betua ma landlord ni in bulk na wetua ma aban ne kakra
na loan no so an can tell interest are better so.
That's right.
Tell us loan
sir
ye can loan or catch us in kwa ma grant there sa aban be ma grant dey let you say aban na rent ama wo ti bro from ka no because the biba grant and wontua.
But when also we bet to about a low interest.
It's a loan, no, what it means is that you are going to pay the loan with interest.
Exactly.
So in this case, I didn't mean call bank. Me am a bank and I made Jimmy market your film controller and accountant general HM Bosudiano. Me call the same bank now. Bank and this what remember me loan. Now me from go to me rent. Ah, uba me won send him. Ah, na do won send him. Ah, mo party company na mo dey na abaso or an PPP no. Send him. Now many me landlord. Now I know so 100 citizens so wuntia. Not Ahotor. Then we see me bet 100 the amount.
That's right.
Now we say me sika loan. Meaning loan no pona nka me wa kwaje ne wo me bank free no. Uwaje already. Uwaje loan no 100 Ghana. Ah, now I'm going to say enkwala na gu Ghana ha na.
Share regions am dey on be share as first face ni. Greater Accra, Ashanti region, Western region, Eastern region, Bunu East, and another.
No, when in the area, me as well me say, my see apartment ni bi. Baomia, say o ba na say o de baomia let ba. Say ba o ko tia o hand, I can say, ko sagleme. Ba o sagleme say any abanda for our houses. Ma baomia ko no be to no wi na fama o. E on dey so if the man so untua every month in boy en fama ho. Now be say na so akofa enumpo no obo na asa koye party ukita just ukita party ID card okay COVID-19 na bia dempo na mochiche.
That's right.
Now ukita MPP party card adua no unsan ka bi eno achimpo no omo di COVID-19 levy by there, and who tax no, Ghana put in any year. And no chimpo, and no, auditors general by an hour bossy. I just say 21 billion on my code, Amako dia sell qua. And to who said this government, no, 777 Prabiasa. So, when any corruption demo, or because the MPP government is corrupt, I get offended.
Okay, but
they are not corrupt. These are armed robbers, serious ones. Or they are buying another institutional powers and they rob Ghana for. A business are born the idea. Okay, rolling similar so. Almost say and now or a soldier are buying.
That's right.
Anna, make I look almost plenty. Hey, now not be serious. 2016 election. Almost plenty photocopy black and white. I was animal. A man not rolling a go ma. Any amount for an almost cada banker. Who could use can I say all is say. A man who is getting a mauna. My fa any day. I want to 2 DB. And then one another aim to say Sardino. Sardino is CEO or nothing. Who introduces Sardino 2023?
A soldier Barbara.
Soldier Barbara. Who introduces Sardino? Am I ne? Hey, and me share retired soldier Bakwan. Or a pensioner. And the bomb is Sikada say. Omo interview or can put it now no air was so. Was it my service to Ghana is now becoming useless? I could have lived my life in different countries, even as a slave.
In conclusion,
what I'm saying is, Ghanaians should be alert of fraud. One who said,
"It's a fraud alert."
It's a fraud alert. One who says, "Chatting the who said, some fraudsters and send a message of phone so." And you say, "I'm a best send no." Now, friend say, "I show us a platform on the stick a bit to say fraud alert."
Emoji.
Image, you know. This is now MPP government. Every Ghanaian should see this government as fraud alert. Any politician will be piano. Who they say, "Hey, I have fraud no, omu new scheme, and I say omu new plan to be on the This government has nothing good for this country or any Ghanaian except to say, the Bible no can say, akum no ere.
What say? Madam say, Azubila Sal Abdul Emmanuel, Azubila Abdul Salam Emmanuel, Executive Secretary. Adams GH. This lecture to 7 minutes into 4 p.m. Still live on the radio. Ahotor 92.3. Mamin come home, see me, no, but I want to innocent. I will fear her. I'm on for a long time, no see. Waba, neighbor.
I told you, I have a few more high way there. I could have to other cases, you know. Was it? What the Johnny never do I hear all people the laptop and them over will give you more.
Cross. Check it down. Blackberry, all the possible films. Azubila. No. The message is coming on. Right, 9 minutes into 4 p.m. 11 radio. I want 92.3. I will have messages and for 0541825106. Simply so, and I would say, no, you award-winning show. Only believe senior secondary school water for Achim Cochrane to me. Ozian country was a banner iron of decker or a pabine. Mama didn't say overcoat. Why cannot when cat with my chabra see ye? After someone quenya the map from 1 and 2 for court na kwaji admission at school no at the year. Na abandon yam suro enso ayetitemu awo nyame kwansoma bibia so kama kwantura for penny a friend oze bomodin say when one beto kese na 2022 enkwala nyina anya 100% ekwanso exam center why ka approve the amano na our conducive and serene environment very good for additional mabibia so ka a teacher for no so pabene pa school fees no enya se fabra ni nyina enya jamabo yesi fabra na yebechim the amount rotua ne nkakra said ya wadwumate and said ya wabosu enso ete yebehu only believes in high school our achim kwakranchumi winning panifon kasa 0240 202 148 and 0247 670 736 and 0500 041 317 0500 041 317. Mami fanchi afama kwa nchefu penny oze ewe nyankupu asunje kaun sanso ena Arab money uye constituency chairman adima Abuakwa North constituency of the NDC. Arab money fantastic Friday for you. Ivan J Innocent abafie hache na yebo ndina messages no epopi afsa Ivan first time I share ni ebi bro nya wie afishapa
Alaska afin come to here
afishapa Ivan
afin come to here aja after Christmas your first time I share ni
that's right
and it's always good to be here.
Now one point to say
oh nyame adom we can't complain. Yeah.
Really?
So the most important thing in life we are say is life, and once you have it you need to celebrate it every second be accounted. So there we continue to say right. That nyame say yeah.
Ivan J Innocent and I will attend in Kano for messages and for 054182 5106. Ivan Nanado and Nabai airline policy beer. Yababwa a high dine amagana mebu, especially by Juma, Yankase Juma. Now I will top application form 100 Ghana CD. I feel so no, buy no and PP, and private public partnership. Ain't you know, like I said, yaba high down on that chile watch and crank only fear of one never daily. It is a no other agent. Would you die in terms of I'm a young cock?
Yeah, Alaska, I mentioned what here for Namenka say it's quite interesting. It's like there be a Monday to Friday, more show way, and weekends you do it, and you are not the only person. All the stations I work Ghana Hangina will be a politics, will be a nyasam every day. But when the rate at which events, okay issue then there, you may not get opportunity to say overcome another one, not for Fraba. So I quite say watch a season movie, like watch episode you may not have the opportunity to come and watch the episode, because next day we are moving to the next episode. A day yapa ne say I say watch TV na say TV station back up na etimeche. Uchim na nko ba bia station at that TV no station back home. And I uche nyina enye and I don't know mu yi no TV no so ya bufuo and I was sana enye ye won so no wasi wo so be TV, so you are being forced to watch it whether you like it or not. What are some na make no that is the situation we are confronted with. Yet TV ho and I stuck na ye hwe men who promised us they knew it all, they could solve all the problems. Omo the magic wand to turn the fortunes of Ghana around, economically, socially, whatever. They made a lot of noise, said a whole lot of things. People bought into that particular thing. And then yet the TV, we are watching them as they display boundless incompetence and sincere ignorance in their quest to see a war mind. That is the point and I because in some no the bar questions edi policy kurachi no say is so interesting say obi say na adela ye de ba no seven panimfo tena da mu dwene ho ansa na ye de ba bonte ana because you begin to ask a lot of questions because government the policy abato ho make say growing up na enim say aban bia enim nyansa. So when policies do emanate from government corteses, you don't very often you don't see the public subjecting it to critical scrutiny. Exactly. Because that scrutiny, I know what them and sana APA. What about saying? So about saying no, you may not have enough to say about it. But another policy no bar from crane to crane questions in Kwan ne guani. Abansi ababedu stage. Obo ba behind dying ama. Your friend saying Ghana for and you behind. Clearly, send one signal. Your housing deficit, saying.
That's right.
And in addressing the housing deficit, Hano, Makase, who do a new question sadly as a case study. I say one situation pet. A dying or any state here, you dying or yard baby. What government has to do is say you bet me raise certain money to finance it. Sabe nipa bet me occupy. Na se omo sha se omu si dan no se omu di sika obi ani ho bro mra so okrom ha saglemedan na esi wo no obetimi ahwehwem krenkren to krankran se wo free se infraction malfeasance misappropriation ne misapplication bi akoso financially akoso a you have every right as government because you have the powers to deal with them but edan no nye bone edan ni nipa na osi ye no wankodo pa na odi sika esi ye eye Ghana for sika and ADC. So you don't watch that particular building to rot and say keke. But that particular building has been in the bushes for how many years? Almost 6 good years in here. Ebi ho air conditioned TV in a safe home at a huge cost. And Obana say ubisa questions. They give you infantile justification. Oh, asamo ho na just say you can we Alaska. A dino and the asamo ho nipa tina menye ye. Nipa ti a mo. Can't we continue to find out whatever that happened? And of course, you be seen there. The essay a cahono or be fine. So if you are coming from the back of such development, across Okroma, now we are buying up a catch Ghana for said, oh, behind Ayama, Obi, Abra, one Kasawa committed such monumental blunder. It has been a topical issue. I grab a lot of your friends a public discourse. Everybody is questioning, people are asking questions that you don't have any moral credibility and that's a moral justification. You have to be mounting your friends a podium and be telling people say, oh, behind I am a man for again. The very moment a government bring a dream is all behind I am a majority of the people, not clearly trust her. Because we are trying to reduce dependency rate economically in this particular country. You to be any who nam Ghana ha, also behind I man, I mean, cause I have no a yahoche and a man for solicity extended for your friends help. But a cowbin quank or no what that particular economic mind because so one casa you bottom sikana behind and I would dema one casa assume Joe because that gives you certain self satisfaction. You say, me and my say so. For you to achieve that as a government, what you do is that you empower your people by creating sustainable job opportunities for them. So what make creating jobs? Now man for taking advantage. No be a year juma. Na me yema juma. Alaska. Me here behind I mame. I don't need you to say behind I mame. And the process is going into this particular thing, no, is just it's so messy because no proper clarification as to where the money is coming from. Because according to Baumia, a seed money of 30 million Ghana cedi has already been committed. Exactly. Where that particular money is coming from, even parliamentarians don't know where that particular money is coming from. Makajo in the past, they said, Office of Government Machinery, no, Yasisa Sikako go and Sabi did some phone saying. So obviously, that is where this particular money is coming from. Because Esika one they did some hunu. And I say I contracted a private firm. I have a partner government to do this. Alaska process is when you call my rival say you selected one your friends a private company or another partner government. You fa a mine sika without recourse to parliamentary approval or whatever. The kwako shame no. Why na kwatena say dwene ho who said that particular company require credibility or more what it takes. Why the and I microphone or more no more kasa no more kwetwa omo ahia no more yes anema we. Clearly you see say people are not criticizing because obi a man from pempum to but then abano leave a lot of questions and those questions we will continue to ask because we don't want the situation this particular thing will become another avenue for your friends, another political scandal, because that is what has been happening. We are by going forward, and again, it is not even sustainable. And again, areas now your salary say a honor ya cost at the Ukrainians and saying you mean can't because Accra, yes, the your friend is saying renting way a issue I say, but Okobia now Casa Bunu is we touch my free wa Krona Akaka do send your hand nine we touch mine. Now we can tampo maybe when chi now we your friends say and cransa free ma Krona can in our villages one I call hand and higher and on the policy why now what they call and in the north I think it's the same situation there. What I say, Alaska, the problem is housing deficit. Government was a responsibility to ensure say you be address that particular challenge. Now say going forward, now you address these basic things. Now government free still there are still your friends saying a systemic challenges. Be not say you bet me solve what. First can question individuals in some and now more you to Bosnia now workers Bosnia. Some fan ko high dying, but rather no. These high-rise buildings here by you put them up, then you come up with an automated system. Every month, no people can subscribe and then go. You pay monthly, you will be there. The system is done in such a way, say after 2 months, won't be system number log you out, so you'll be forced to pay at a lower rate. Government will be getting the money, so the government is assured that every month be then Sabaka Nisika, cause Yashisha Elho. Room no be no be bar as a hostel, and online you go and log in, you register, you pay the first month. Going for next month, yeah, we have given you up to 15th. Which me pay, then you are staying. Santi pano ever feel free. Me fan say 200 Ghana cedis a month. You know, say every month you are paying 200 Ghana cedis. That particular thing is sustainable. What has not make
That's right.
But in some way, the Emma the cost sabi. O support wa enye na wo hu nyansa e wo ni say yate kroma Alaska. Do you know say your rent embra o kroma say?
That's right.
It is clearly specified. Maybe me say na wo kan ho asem say no landlord and that's oje renter ebro hwan.
Ebro
6 months e o kroma say embra o ho your rent control nipa guma yetu omoka. Their job is to ensure say this particular law no will be enforced. So as a reasonable government, I said we person man for take you serious. And in the face of this economic crash here, you will not take our money 30 million Ghana cedis and commit to such policy. But rather, you will ensure, say, the Rent Act, every year, Juma, and you ensure, say, your friends, that people will comply. There will be a high rate of compliance. Say, Obi, our dino, the man, high, that's our charge it above 2 years, sir, and I say 6 months, sir. You jail the person.
Exactly.
And I say you can come out with a scheme. We are owner of a house. That's how person would dynamite hanya. You don't give the rent out to government. Won't find money panel straight. There is a system you go and register. And mean just kind of rano. There is an office I'll go and pay 6 months there. So that anytime now house with my man owner no so that power of negotiation between a few and your tenants, you've taken that particular thing away. So at the end of the day, they will not have that particular luxury to be charging people extra. These are people, you need to think. You go to the room, you think, because there is a problem. Whenever there is a problem, that is why you open up and then reason around the thing, come out with a solution. Are you realistic? What I say? But your solution is problem now about housing deficit, your mass housing deficit. Oh, Kroma, government is doing nothing to address it. Saglemedane si wano kwa no ya stampede no and the progress ni ya torpedo no and koso e kana yebo again Rent Act na ho no ensure relief ama branch a oya adwuma hwan na eya adwuma wa Accra ha ya o tia rent 6 months won't mintua
obi ametua wo adwuma
again. It is your responsibility to ensure say you create a viable and a conducive economic environment ebetimi provide job opportunities for amanfo entinipa ni nya adwuma ya he doesn't need you to rent for them. What I say? So, na we nyere free ba. But now say your policy ya nwene ho. Yante ha na 2020 manifesto. Ya di shame say ye ba besi hostel amakaya ye for.
That's right.
And this particular script way and answer this particular manifesto promise way etimi share manifesto ma professors can be, lawyers can be, and answer for can be. Nobody saw anything wrong with that particular your friend saying provision and share that particular manifesto because Alaska. So what catch we see hostel amakaya ye for. It's an insult. And when I catch them Mugabe.
Who encourage you?
Because Kyei is a byproduct of a massive unemployment situation. It's a byproduct. There is unemployment. So youth or more award their youthful age who are supposed to commit whatever will be able to support the country, you know, because of economic situation, they are being forced to leave their homes. Some from the north, even baby on better cry because only a juma. So what you do is that you address the unemployment challenge. You don't go say me kwa see hostel amana omume Kyei, because you only encourage them to do the Kyei when you know the Kyei is viable. But in this context, Kyei can never be viable in any way. But the government has been bold enough to flip this particular thing in a manifesto, and he's telling the world, say Yamana Baso, no basic Kyei hostel, I'm for Kyei, but among Kyei, sir, because but why they are supposed to provide sustainable job opportunities. If they are coming from the north, you go there, you set up job opportunity factories here. Can one district, one factory, politics you set up factory there. You think these young people will travel all the way to Aboboleshi? They will come to Kumasi and waste their life because some of them come, they die. A car bobinum, a binum, obi repino, obi adabachino, obi now. Just a whole lot. But Uber yes, I do now. I know the day, my men are mobra, Sana, Crano, mobra, no more than mu. So I know the day, no, a bring it further burden on this particular country. As a policy maker, no, Alaska, what you have to do is you pin your mind to the problems and the challenges. You know, your job is to weave those things into a policy document or in a bit to address all these systemic your friends and structural challenges. But always solution, you know, bar. Now, you know what you say, Sabi, and fuck him. As I'm crying every mile, mine. Now you begin to ask yourself, say, anything penning for over the years, and Maranta Okroma, you will post trust, confidence, and where or say at least. I told the idea on betting a year for your problem. No. Always they are rather thinking and putting us under the bus. So nobody is thinking. Nobody is thinking because this particular policy, especially at this crucial time, you know the economic environment in this particular country. This is a country that has gone out there telling the external creditors, domestically, we have defaulted and we are begging your domestic creditors, debt restructuring. It shows massively economically, you know, your hands are tied. So Alaska, such a government, you know, you don't have the luxury to be throwing money around in such enterprises when you know, say, such enterprises are not sustainable. But in the end, nobody's talking. But Umia, because of political expediency, because the guy is soon to be president upon all the mess that he has created in this particular country, he has the guts to mount a stage and tell Ghana for, say, or per president in Ghana for any say yenye jokesa nkaba we benya that particular moral way to be general house of a president. Then you have another Greek minister, another joker also gallivanting, hovering around telling us say also per president. That tells you your friends say the unserious nature of politics that we do in this particular country. In the same vein, leadership. So leadership, you cannot attach any seriousness to it. So the air course in Alaska, if you sit somewhere and think say problems of this particular country will be solved in any time soon, you are only wasting your time because they promise us during the manifesto. They say, "I'm behind them a university for benya them free." That's right. Mrantia behind Mrantia Adam free. So I know the day know who determines when he here dying, but we know that there's a platform. Your rent control acting in the institution they are supposed to ensure. So when Alaska just ensure when me a president, I can tell you say I'm giving 1 month. I'll make sure that particular law will be implemented. How dare you if you so the die mobi. You almost see to check. Who told you? We don't have leadership. We don't have people who are responsible. People are waiting to do like a leader. Yes, and I say no, no. And that's what me rise up to occasion and confront problems and deal with it once and for all. Who told you say to me implemented that particular thing? Say I have given you two options. Either you start prosecuting people who flout those laws because already no, it's a law. You think that law no, our structural way, you adjust it or you amend it again. And I say you use government institutions as an intermediaries. There will be no connection between a field and independent or renting. Then monies will be paid to a particular dedicated agency. You go there, you cannot demand more than whatever that you are supposed to demand. What I say. So these are some of the ways everything adopted. But about the usual politics. A joke na
100 Ghana.
100 Ghana for the
For forms registration.
We are top forms for this particular thing.
That's right.
So you see assembly maker now. So it's an avenue because private sector now no crown denote the fact that they are not in there to ensure a relief for the ordinary people because private companies are set for profit purposes. Exactly. So that particular profiteering, you know, that is what will continue because the private sector adding a you don't expect them say they will go and your friends saying Abraham and Sanko Musika. Alaska. So me the ecosi money no is the same business as usual or more policy A B C D omoba because you ntenase nwene ho na me ne wonte ha na na ye kan free HS asem.
That's right.
Maka say policy ni ya nwene ho ya te say ewo ye beye na ye ba ya na ye toto ho but for them to sit down engage stakeholders people who have been in academia among for more institutions so far as education is concerned solicit their opinion now infuse them into the whatever policy documents bia we be bia no so that at the end of the day you know say these are the pathway, the clear pathway they call. And I'm saying, now your politics, now your banner, you are just rolling it out as a political reparation package into the one ever talking. Look at it and the problems ever. So nobody thought about the sustainability and then napko no ever. Some of them have been threatening that they are buying back a court because the government is still owning them. But we are buying now you cannot finance or sustain job opportunity for 100,000 people. And never mean a bit when you have money and those monies are being thrown out every day going into individual pockets. So Alaska, I trust that we are not serious in this particular country.
Right, live on the radio on 92.3. I wish Ivan J. Innocent in Athene and Kano half past 4 p.m. live on the radio on 92.3. And I'm going to name my son, a dominant eti. So and a Ghana for Efa again. I mean, cause New Brooklyn hair relaxer, from Omodia by what more about Tinish said, I'm a Bibiaso Kama. Shawanum now Tisu, Nabibiaso Kama. New Brooklyn hair relaxer, bois. I'm out to news, she said, I'm a Viasiaka, and I Friday or China Yabako ye, and it near kick out until New Brooklyn very relaxed. No, Abama won't show why a guy, Nabi Viasaka, Monsieur Ma, Mufo guests, and now Mufo boys are moving yet to me, and it's out in New Sochi, Nabi Viasaka, come out. Now, the Akanyan, New Brooklyn very relaxed. No, your cosmetic shops and a supermarket are walking off and yeah, the coconut oil, shea butter, and olive oil, and a from the IJ. A job banishes to Cronco and Martinino, a sochi. New Brooklyn hair relaxer for remarkable a hair, not be there for a camera. Right, 29 minutes to the top of the 5 p.m. Right, issues with a Auditor General's report with regards to COVID-19. I'm saying, Azula Emmanuel, Sally, we know we are come once a month pretty last week. Ivan. T and move a few issues with NDC press conference on COVID-19 expenditure.
Alaska, like nothing is surprising in this particular country. We have nothing is surprising, but we have leadership paralysis in this particular country. Yes, leadership crisis. You see. Alaska, so we a leader who you need to set yourself a set authority for even people close to you to have certain your friends say like omunyo osuro bi ni fere bi ma ko we a leader na nipa omudi wachi kura ni fere ni osuro ma wa Alaska, that is your end. That is your end. Because as a leader, no, at least your personality must appeal to people and draw certain your friend saying respect. Amam for be say papa we there. Yes, you need to grow your BBA, but there are red lines at Wasatia. Sabi, you go against them, you'll be dealt with. Exactly. But what has happened? The president has set a stage for people. Me say, government now it's a corruption bazaar. Winning bazaar. Bazaar. Uko East Africa, there is a big marketer. That is what they call bazaar. Yes. So corruption bazaar, and I set it up. And it was an enterprise. And president and the saying. The chief order no and obi koye na asem no ba na wa clear no obi koye na asem no ba na wa clear no so the auditor general report na ba me enya me nwanwa. Let me tell you something. If you go to the United States of America na okuada Republican led committee ya set up ya hu say COVID-19 sika na ba no ebinum sika na bia for baby because the American government made available $5 trillion. Wow. Yes. For COVID-19 pandemic, they have realized almost $100 billion after baby, but no, they will deal with it later. But one specific thing who said, Sikano, a move $5 million. Omo say yen chama smaller companies a break it down because of COVID-19. Yen fama omo hwa hu say Sikana and could do down. And then they are setting up a team omo probe into those things to find wherever those monies acquire. Na yen hwehwem. Malawi president is setting up similar team.
That's right.
Omoye will fire some of the superintendents a man for a answer for whatever happened. That is what we call decisive leadership. Alaska. But in our situation, as I see, Mr. President Rabo mean feet tanduku because he doesn't care. Because this is a guy, Abra Ajimemanu, in the COVID way no buy and people were talking about it. The guy went to parliament and perjured because he committed perjury.
Exactly.
When he told us that he never paid a dime to the your friend saying to the sheikh. It ended up saying Wako Jessica, the president echo clear no. So I know the day why na best run BM. So I know now reflected in this particular Auditor General's report and who had the amount of money no quite fast so now clearly trust it was business as usual. Individuals decided to mess up with this particular your friend saying Sika ewo maimuha because I know the day no obi anyo obi ahwe. So they did those things with impunity. And truly, nobody is being asked to answer for any particular question. To begin with, Alaska, Yanti Kromana, one of their Northern Regional Women Organizers, a deputy woman organizer.
Sonarugu, parliamentary aspirant.
Or say COVID Sikano, Yachama, Monon, share, saying.
100,000.
Exactly. So some of these things, in any serious jurisdiction, Alaska, some of these things will never fly without investigation. But nobody raised a red flag. Ye gentleman echo keke. And the money is truly reported by no yen to me and whom be can be called Auditor General account not the buy no and you scanning or I 21 billion no.
Oh, that's right.
So sir, because front now you're setting yen and can other money say buy even not for the purpose of COVID-19, but it came because of the period. Yes, I rapid credit facility nearby. It was within the same period, even though now the ultimate winning is a COVID, but it came to complement the COVID effort to your first fight the pandemic. All this money. Taxes in as for the good near maso COVID-19, Nina can see Alaska. But they decided say, oh, it's business as usual. Yem fasikan yem fanya the air because I know the day nobody will answer for anything. And that is the order of the day. I go for the buy fine and a bonea. Who's a nipper way, there has been consequences edited for the engagement because you need to punish people, sabe a man for the best answer. But wherever we set up a government like we are talking about, my culture say, if you begin to show mercy, if you begin to show weakness, that is the end. Because nobody will take you serious. Okay. And at this point, people around him have realized the president is a toothless bulldog. He can only shout and bark, but he cannot bite anybody. So maybe just a particular feeling now. Alaska then I can do whatever because I know I'll get away with it. But you first you set the red lines. As a leader, you let your people know, say these are the consequences, these are the red lines you don't cross. But we live in a country where Obi a bit me time of mind say you have pandemic aba. No I call Adaklu in the Volta region. Alaska, dime ben I want Adaklu every time I call Lycia ever cost to 15 million Ghana cedis. Me Adaklu no minimum but those over there no. I know say they understand. Now COVID now but Alaska, how long does this pandemic was going to stay? They went there and leased a house for 25 good years.
25 years.
And then they use another 20 million for renovation. That particular thing is a crime. In any serious dispensation, you see a leader raising the red flag and causing some investigations into that particular thing. I ensure say individuals culpable. Individuals no more there will be sanctions, there will be consequences, there will be prosecution. But last time I say Akufo-Addo fight against corruption in United is reduced to just political narrative. Akufo setting up the office of the special prosecutor, knowing very well say at the end on fire baby crown court because it's just a useless creation. My culture say if you want to fight corruption, you don't need the office of the special prosecutor. You have AG's department. Already, armed with prosecutorial powers, and they have a department. Just arm them, disconnect them from the whims and the conveniences of government, allow them to work independently. The political will that it takes to fight corruption, you are not ready to go there. You set up all these institutions, but around you, there's a corruption bazaar. People are stealing left, right, center. I know the day, no punitive consequences. So, Ebasa, me say, there is nothing that is deterrent. And this act here, Auditor General report here, by annual ritual of pain. We celebrate it. Chief mourners in the media men. On Betian Tiama, they after 1 week, then we wait for another year. There hasn't been any intervention that is aimed at addressing this structural problem at the base. Because young transema manfo nisikanu na auditor general de two buku kakra kabakum o cancer buku na afe na wunye just bia wunye adwuma ye. But so what adwuma ye na so be kan auditor general reporter. It will take you a year. But ask who does that? As if say yan any kroma over the years. Auditor general report ba ni ya training kafu na media for a few pages ni ya discuss it then according change we wait for another year. So who is that person that is thinking that let us come up with certain interventionary measures that will aim at addressing this particular challenge at the base? We will not sit down for the problem to come for auditor general to go and write. At the end of the day, no, even Sabakra, let us ensure that there are punitive consequences. Right. People are going to jail, people are going to prison, people are being surcharged and for them. But once again, Nipa na obe so say be charge obi no Domlivo who was doing that at the end of the day he was penalized, he was frustrated. Look at what happened. He was pulled out from his job because presidency when but the guy is today working for a firm that is even more bigger and more reputable than Ghana. That's what I say. So it tells you say Nipa na waya consider massa corruption sa nema we nyina because you can discuss and do any reasonable discourse. I'll be taking the president of free. So let people don't think say bia obi time and answer way ne acting in nema oye and the people can answer because any act of corruption bia akoso in this particular country bia Akufo-Addo is involved one way or the other. Even say you on na ya ade no kra na nipa na ba young committee state institutions into it to do investigation, you know. Now we're taking the stage and then he will clear the person. Right. When you have executive president armed with executive powers, clear will be Alaska. Utumi bena was a prosecutorial or investigative agency. So right. Papa no who na mon kan chele say on send suban sakwela so police no hia bia. Mon fa bi command because Alaska the oil sometimes udwi ho a won ti ase o minor da ho no
akwela so
o hia bi say say yen senkyerene because president babi onam no de jisen senkyerene na beje no Alaska because asa wasisi na so wabu nua gu na som e na ode oman ne din sem hunu o Kenyans asem kyere na he's not ready to avail his mind to wisdom because you see there has been a lot of advocacy, people speaking wisdom to him, people trying to flip the other side, the consequences of his actions. Ne niam na ofase ne nuanom sem hunu omudi ye Kenyans asem okroma nyina wantie yete kroma look at obi to say esere wusu single-handedly she has brought a man for SIM card.
That's right.
Road minister what cancel road toll. As if say just a nipa ni kroma, then you begin to ask yourself the parliament needs when some first one say sometimes right. What I say parliament as an institution as some first one say if one person like Esrewusu can single-handedly without any law everything block your SIM card because you see a Ghana card and me mama and me papa na so produce Ghana card NIA go and check the same January way. Do you know say NIA and issue a single card? They are not doing any registration in this particular month. The amount for more register as long as May or sign come card. And you know, Alaska chance here did no more call register more sim and I say or more than call register more sim. So we would nipple move my now my man so among rene or more but they will not use that particular experience no wisdom to come to bear in the way a man a year or maya. Say ya never cause so Alaska mess in there we are in it because people who are in it or men just coming out, you know. Why send a book at Neza? Wasisi na so onye na jiso obet say assembly be kan bi atie
Ivan J innocent and I would say then can no this takes us to 18 minutes to the top of the hour. Honorable Instructor Christiana Campbell or the Wimpy Virginia USA. Also got to about this also affordable houses former low income people. Equia Afrani Duku Oto all the way to Germany. Or say Ivan Preachon or hell I Germany. Kodwa Sempa Furniture Works or say Alaska the Drum Michiamo or Kodwa Sempa Furniture Works Edum Kumasi. Leader working or say the so-called Minister of Pension and manage the senior minister not very well. Now and yet because one egu on my Ghana na yenia brepa. Right. Azubila ana o MSSA auditor general issue ya di hon komo sa. Febi ka ho.
Alaska. Minia very say Ivan Kasano. Yeah, mire hoye. As a country no, I think where we have gotten to we need to be serious as a nation. Nienti America say me read the Auditors General report and semni bi no na Emma Bofno. Na me bisa me ho nsem ba ko mienu se ade ntimpo na ye haye ho edi sa ne ma we ho nkomo Alaska se wo na wonim se wo nkola mienu ofi ba ko de wo di skeja no e de nam tu nkwan mu de si ho e de jana se wo ko market aba wo ba e de nya wo ba beto nkwan na nam ni ana so abeto empty e fe ne say coffers ana say o pesa sikeni